Hi, it's Kevin KDM Jam with another episode of Farming Simulator 25 All Alone in the World map mod. And I'm doing a little bit of cleanup right now. Made some messes. I'm going to start with the silage. I got to get that going. This might be enough to last me the whole year, because all I'm going to do is sell it right over there in that hopper. But here, let's get this. If you're going to do a front loader, make sure you put weight on. And I do have an oversized bucket, which doesn't help. But this is all leftover grass that I cut in November. It's now January. So I'm going to make that into silage, and that should be good for what I'm just selling it. I'm not storing it. I'm not using it for any other. And it only makes so much a day, you know, so like I said, this might last a whole year. Now you see those little piles at the end of the bunker? It won't let me pick them up. I'm going to try anyway, but I've been trying to pick them up and it won't let me do it. So that's probably just going to stay there. No, it did. Okay, I stand corrected. Yeah, see that right there, it won't let me pick up. No, okay. Let's see if I can get this pile over here a little bit better. It does bother me that I can't pick them up, but it is more realistic because there's always leftover something somewhere. And they're not going to waste the gas it would cost just to pick it up. Let me see if I can get this. No, see, that's not even letting me touch it. See, what's this over here? Okay, got that. Let's see if it'll let me get it from this end. Yeah, nothing. Let me try this one over here. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Maybe it's just the angle you come in on. Or maybe because there's actual stuff in it. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's what's... I don't know. I'm just guessing. I dumped that. And now I'm going to compact it. I could spread it out, but I'm just going to drive over it. With this big boy right here. All right, I'm at 50% already. You got to get it to 100, then you can cover it up. And there we go. 100%. All right, so now let's go and there we go. I am now going to have silage that I can go and refill this up right here. Now let's go look at it and see where I'm at. Okay, I'm doing silage and I'm selling. The other option I could do is store it or distribute it. So what's happening now is it's making it, the recipe's getting out electric charge, methane, and digestate, and it's just selling it. Eventually I'll go to storing it or distributing it when I actually need it. Here on the left, I got that's the biogas plant is what we're at right now. I got the cement factory going. As you can tell, I'm doing the stone recipe, not the wood chips. So just regular stone, but I got that full. Crawfish production's full, fish farming's full. All these vegetables I'm growing and selling, and the oil well pump, same thing. But I need to get more oil barrels down there. So let's go knock that out. There we go. Yeah, actually, I don't need the front. Let me go and pick that back up. And I'll drop that whole thing. I bought that trailer for something. I can't remember what for. All right, let's load this up. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, because I'm pushing the jump button. Hello. Okay. Put that right there in the corner. Grab it at the bottom. Oh, shit. Wow, I lucked out on that. Oh, I'm going to have to... All right, there's everything. Load it. Let's get it on up the hill. I might have to buy more. I don't think that's going to do it. I get it. There's people out there who don't understand who would want to play a game simulating this, but it's definitely an acquired taste. It's not for everybody. But to me, it's fun. It's enjoyable, therapeutic, all the above, worth the money. That is a very steep hill. I was going to put a house up here, but then I discovered oil. Okay, let's go and do this the right way. And as you just drive by, it will unload it. Let's see how I'm looking now. Probably probably two more. Don't ask me why it's under this setting. Category palettes. That's where it's at. All right, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta be careful. I'm down to $2,700. Now, so far, the 1 day equals 1 month is working out. But with all this extra work I'm adding, I might have to go to 2 days. Did it again. Getting a little bit better. You want to grab them at the bottom of the barrel and then walk. Don't go up or down, just slide it before you release it. So see, I'm picking it up and then get it where you want it and then get down low and then just either walk forward or backwards or sideways. And then you can use it to push the other one back in. And don't get in a hurry. That's when you really mess up. I might be able to get some more in. Maybe 3 more. Nope. Maybe 1 more. Okay, let's do the 1 more. All right, let's go drop them off. So where I'm at right now is trying to figure out what I'm going to add next. I do have to go fix the animal situation, the chickens and the pigs. I maxed them out where I should have only bought 2/3. But the good thing is they're just babies, so they're not going to start reproducing anyway for 6 months, which would be 6 days. But you got to leave an opening so that as they produce them, you can sell them off. Otherwise, they stop reproducing. Now, I am making money from the eggs and the sewage, so or sludge or whatever it's called. We're going to take a look at that in a second. All right, let's go look. Yeah, I'm at 11,000, so probably 1 more trip. But let's go look at the animals. All right, so the slurry. I don't know why I couldn't remember that, but so I can sell the slurry or use it. Puberty 16%. They're only 1 month old, but I got to sell. I'm gonna have to get rid of some. I'll let them get older and then sell it right on time. Okay, 1 month. And I've got all 3 of those. And the chickens are the same way. They're making eggs for me right now. And then up on the hill here, that's coal. And just like the rock crusher, it's once you install it, it just produces so much coal an hour. And then you can pick it up, and I got a little sell point right next to each one, just sell it. I actually had a cement factory at the other one. And then all those boxes I got laying around, those are for the crawfish. I got to go pick them up. And I don't like them laying around like that all over the place. I'm starting to get the hang of this, which means probably going to mess up big time here. Stuff will go flying all over the place. See how I did that? I slammed it up against it, but you can't be going up and down when you do that. You got to go sideways. And once you say boom, it pushes it right up against it. Uh-oh. But you know, if you like, I got to go to work here in about an hour. If you play this for, maybe 20 minutes, if you got time, sometimes you can't, you got family or whatever you got to do before. But if you can, oh, see, here's where I'm messing up. There we go. How do I? There we go. If you can, I find that if I do it before I go to work for like a half an hour max, the it gets you in the mood, it gets you in the mental state of working. And anybody who works knows what I'm talking about, because you show up to work and you're not geared up yet. It takes you a little while. And this game actually gets you mentally in work mode because you're mentally working right now. And I know that might not make sense for some people, and some people might not need it, but I do. Or I don't have to have it. I'm just saying it does help. I notice it. And because I am now focusing on a task, getting it done, work mode. So when I get to work, I notice the difference when I don't play. Oh shit. I almost wiped out that whole pickup. And so give it a shot. I mean, I don't think a game that's different than this style would help with that. Because, when I'm playing Skyrim, it doesn't feel like work. But this does. This kind of triggers the same mechanism in your brain you have a task and you have to finish it and move on to the next one. Well, that's what I call work mode. And it really helps out when you show up and you're already in that mentality. Because usually it takes me 15 to 20 minutes. Manager's got to yell at you because you're still asleep or thinking about the movie you were watching or whatever's going on at the house. And it could just be me justifying playing the game before I go to work. All right, let's get back there and take a look at it. Oh yeah, I need about 5 more. Now there might be a sell point that I can put closer to it so I don't have to do all this traveling. Because, the first 100 times it's fun, but then after a while it becomes monotonous. It just depends on how much I have to do it. But I could have put another strategy is I could have put the oil well like right here. So it's closer. Now, even though I own all this, it won't let you put it. Hell, I could have put it right here. See, this would have been a real good location right here. I could have carried it over my hands. But it won't let you put it anywhere on the docks. Because then I could put it like right here and, save a lot of time that way. All right, I'm going to do one more trip of this, and then I'll come down. I'll get the crawdads, and then I probably got to go to work. Yep, it's getting about that time. Oh, shit. Yep, I'm messing up. Did they all stand back up? Yep. They've kind of got a built-in tipping point mechanism. They stand up unrealistically, which is great. I don't have a problem with that at all. And of course, you'll get that, oh, it's not realistic. Yeah, it is. Because, one, the way I'm doing it's not realistic. So you don't have as much control as you would like in real life. So to have that adjustment where it tips on its own better makes it realistic. The only realistic part here is the strategy, and that is putting the wheelbarrows into the wagon, taking it up there and dropping it off. Because if there's one thing Farming Simulator has taught me is I don't ever want to work on a farm. It's a lot of work. I could probably be the owner, you know. Damn. There we go. Well, didn't go quite in. There we go. Let's take this baby up there. I might have gotten. Actually, I can get one more in there, maybe two. All right, let's see if I can. Good enough. That one might fall out or it might wiggle back in. There it goes. It worked. That was one of the weird things in trucking that I could never figure out. I mean, there's obviously a reason for it, but I'd pick up uh, paper mulch, debris, whatever you want to call it, and take it to a paper mill, and then drive 20 minutes down the road, pick up, and then take it back to another one. So, and that might be like 2,000 miles apart. And you're thinking like, well, why don't they just go to the company where I bought, picked up this from that's 20 miles down the road and save all that money? And again, I know there's a reason for that, but you just shake your head. You're like, okay, so now I'm going to dump these if I can. And as it uses it up, it'll take them in. But it's full right now. You got to be kidding me. Oh. And I need this. Hmm. Okay, I got to figure. I thought I could just dump them out, but it ain't going to let me. Let's try the sideways one. No, it's not. I was trying to do it from the side. Boy, those guys are stuck in there. There we go. I'm going to try something. All right. I'm going to do that again, then I'm going to unhook it and back up into it. Ah. No. Shit. All right. I'm going to have to unload it. Every good plan has... Can't think of everything. Now I just want them out. I don't care how they end up. Should have done this in the first place. Oh, you got to be kidding me. There. All right, so let's take a look at. Yeah, I'm full. That might last the whole year. I don't know. I haven't had it going long enough to know. And if that's the case, then I'll just bring a load every once a day or once every 2 days. Now the problem with the way I did all that, you see the damage on my tractor? That's going to cost me money. But whoa, that's going to cost me money too. If you look on the right-hand side there, where my money is, it's gone up since I've been doing this. Why? And here's why. Because everything I got set, all this stuff I got set up running, the oil well, the medium tarp, the fish farming, the crawfish, the cement factory, the biogas, all that is producing solid product or sold products. 8,125 for the month of January. You see how I started out? I was $332 in October. November I didn't make anything because I was experimenting. December I made 3,600. So those businesses have now made me 8,125, and that's only going to increase as I add stuff. And I can either add more of the same or just different stuff. But that's where that money's coming from. For a second there, I couldn't remember where I put this baby. But I kept running it over because it's so small. So if you leave it out in the open like that, all right, the best way to do this is from overhead for me. And then what I'll do, well, first I'll go get it level. And then I go from the overhead. And then it slides right in. Yeah, we'll just dump it in there. Not the best trailer to be doing this in. Probably a flatbed's better, but I don't want to buy a flatbed. Don't have the money either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and load up the rest of this and run it down to the Crawdad farm. And then I'll call it a night. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you get a chance, leave some comments. If you get a chance to play this game, play it. It's very addictive. And thank you for watching.